Pioneer.
Yo, what's going on guys? EJ here, bringing another Lord of the Rings Rise of War video. Today guys, we're going to be going over my favorite formation in the game, as well as my favorite formula for a mixed formation. So yeah, we're going to go over that. Also, I've made a lot of changes to my gear since you've recently seen the other videos and that. This is a more up-to-date, more new video, so I redid all my gear and stuff like that, especially after I lost a lot of gear and stuff like that. So you will see a big difference in my gear. It is well made now. It matches my commanders really well. There's really good sync and unity there. And then we'll see some PvP and stuff like that. Alright, so let's first talk about the formula. So we're going to be talking about my favorite formation today, which has got some of my strongest commanders in. And it is going to be Isildur, Dain, Beorn, and Gandalf the White. Now, how this formula works for a mixed formation is, in the first slot, I always put a commander with very high commander HP. As you can see, with my Isildur here, has quite a really good level HP of nearly 6,000. But also, I like to put someone that does a lot of like troop damage in the first spot. And that's why I put Isildur there. Now, another really good person to put here as well would be Elrond. He also does follow up the same. So I like to put someone that does follow up. Now, basically, next two positions, you want to have your strongest commander damage dealing commander. And then your second strongest. So as you can see, I have my Dain. And then I have Beorn here. So if you don't have Dain or Beorn, for example, who Beorn or Beorn, however you want to pronounce him, is super good, especially when versing evil side. Someone like Dain, you can replace him with Gimli, for example, and then another really good damage dealer here. You can go with a physical damage commander like Gimli would have said, or another dwarven commander, for example. Like maybe you want to use Thorin or Dwalin, who's nowhere near as good, but still do pretty good commander damage. The new Bard's really good as well for commander damage. But you can also put like a really good focus dealing commander here, like Gandalf the Grey or Gandalf the White, for example. They will do some good damage, or even Galadriel is really good as well. Your fourth slot, you want to be using a support commander. Now, you want this support commander to either be able to heal a lot of the other commanders in the formation, or to do damage reduction, as you will see which I do with my Gandalf the White. Okay, so let's look at the lineup. So with my Isildur, currently I'm all level 45, so this is my strongest formation. So I have Zenith level 5, so yes, I do have some quite good levels, but as you can see, Beorn is only level 6, and you'll see he's still really good later on. So I'm using my Isildur. I'm using a lot of things. So here's my gear. This is one of the only full sets that I have that I was able to come up with. So all of this gear works perfectly with Isildur. As you can see, it's all buffing unit attack. So I have 48 unit attack there, 45, 48. So for example, after you can see all of this gear that's increasing my unit attack, also have his Narsil at level 4. We don't want to talk too much about relics. You know how much I got destroyed by them. But as you can see, it gives my sharpshooters 214 attack. So this is going to work really good, especially with the first 2 rounds. Damage dealt plus 20%. I have all of my skills of Last Alliance maxed out. I have his follow-up. So men or evil men have a 50% chance each round to do follow-up. And then the rest of them in Great King. Once I get him to level 50, I have enough points to have all of these 3 maxed. So he's super good. And yeah, we have Sharp Blade on there, which increases the attack plus 20 as well. So it all works in sync and unity there. Moving on to my Dain, who is Zenith 11. He is super strong. As you can see, I'm so close to a full set here. Like, I haven't bought any gear or anything since I got scammed and that. So I would love to have a full set of Warcry on him. So yeah, we've got my Axe of Khazad Dûm. So it's all about buffing the commander attack. These are like the best gear that you can possibly get. Like this Berserker Raiment gives 24 commander attack there. You got your helmet with 48. And then your Palantir, which gives plus 48 as well. I do have his helm as well. I just recently got this as well, so it's quite nice. and I have that at level 4. So yeah, as you can see, his skills that I'm going with is Iron Foot maxed out because I do want that the chance to stop target recovering HP. Of course, during blood does a lot of damage, and King Under the Mountain that does a lot of physical damage to 3 formations. I should have this all 3 maxed out very soon as well. I'm running March Wardens on him. I usually do use my dwarfs. I just haven't had time to rotate them. I usually use the mounted dwarf unit. Otherwise, yeah, you can pretty much, because you're doing so much commander damage, you can pretty much put any troop on here. It's not going to matter. These guys have pursuit, so I have these on here in case I bump into any Gilgalads or anything like that, or the Undying on the evil side. So yeah, that's why I just throw March Wardens on there. I got like 20,000 of them, so I just throw them on there. Next we have is Beorn, or Beorn, however you want to pronounce it. Now he is my lowest respect here, only respect 6, but he still is absolutely amazing. I do want to kind of spend on the game again to get him up to respect 10, but at the moment, I'm just saving my money on that. Got other more important things going on. I am using Eagles with him. Now, he does get that buff. Now, he does have really good HP at 7,000. You can see all his gear. I'm so close to a full set of commander attack gear. I just need to get Sharp Blade. I just wish I could like do a change or a transfer or something on these and be able to get it. It would be so good. His skills, Skin Change, are really good. 666% physical damage from round 4 onwards. Couple of points in here, so with some chance of bleed damage and that. But the big one, Enemy of the Orcs, does 160% physical damage to 3 formations and has Rush. But at level 10, has a 50% chance to damage once to Orcs. So really good. So he does really good against Orcs there. And then the Eagles are really good because they do get that beast buff from him as well. Then, last but not least, in my supporting role, we have Gandalf the White. So he also does some really good focus damage. You can see my gear is a little bit lower here when I don't have many 5 refines or strengthened here, because I lost 64 gold gear before. But I do have the Glamdrig at maxed out and refined level 2. We've got a Scythian Dagger. So as you can see, this is just going to be doing a lot of focus buffs. And of course, I'm 1 off as well on a full set of these. So if I can eventually get some full sets, it'll be great. So I've been going very strong with the white because it does a lot of focus damage. Just 1 little point in Wizard, so you get that little bit of extra damage. But the big thing that I use is White Council, because for all my entire formations, all 4 of them, receive 18% less damage in the first 5 hits. And that goes up to 7 at level 10. And then a few points in White Rider as well. So yeah, really good. I also have some really good stats here, as you can see. Unit attack +5 there and stuff like that. It's actually +25. You can't see the buffs there. I don't know why it doesn't show there. But yeah, I get March 1 of 105 attack is really good. So that's my initial full setup of my favorite setup. And yeah, if you want to take this into account, like I said, you want troop damage and 2 commander dealing damages, and then 1 support roll for a mixed unit. And yeah, you can basically change these out, like for Elrond and that, for example, like I said. But yeah, now we're going to go and show you some battle reports and that, and show you how this works and how things are going in PvP. So let's go, shall we? Alright, so the first report I'm going to show you is I was level 43s at the time, versing all level 46s. As you can see, I did extremely well here. Easily outgeared him, which obviously helps a lot. But it just shows you, like, he had a pretty good setup. Like, he had some full sets and that, a little bit of gold gear and things. Like, Gothmog, Lurtz, and Witch King are all really good commanders, but Khaldun kind of sucks. But as you can see, you can just give you a little breakdown and see that how things are working and stuff like that. Now, it just puts it around the other way. But as you can see, we're getting close to 50,000 damage done by Isildur. And then my 2 damage commanders are doing really good damage there, as you can see. And then I'm still getting some pretty good damage from my healer or damage reducer, whoever you're using in that slot. So it all works in really good unity there. So yeah, pretty good battle right there. Got another report here, which was pretty good. I had level 43s versus 42s. He had Witch King, Black Serpent, the Shadow, and Undying. A really good combination there. But as you can see here, because It's got the Dragoons and stuff like that. They have really good HP. So you can still see them getting close to that 45,000-50,000 damage with a Isildur. But now my damage by my damage commanders is fantastic between them. Like 230,000 damage. Crazy amounts. And then my Gandalf the White doing a little bit of damage in that, but still doing quite good. If you go into the actual breakdown of it, you can see exactly like allied of how much is getting done. Like, so as you can see, this is all troop damage, then commander damage with a little bit from the March Wardens. And then you can see Gandalf the White is pretty even for the damage from himself and the troops. So yeah, another fantastic one. I had some other really good reports, like where I was like level like 41 versus 49s, and like I was getting down to like a couple hundred HP, but I was almost like full on wiping a full 49 one. But unfortunately, I lost those because I got 100 tiles flipped last night while I was asleep, and as you can see, I've been trying to scroll through to get to some of these older reports, but you only can go back a certain distance, so I've been cut off, so I'm going to have to try go get into some new battles at the moment. We're currently, like, yeah, let's see here. So we have Isengard that came down and they flipped all my tiles and stuff because I had, this was my spawn location up here. And as you can see, I had a lot of tiles that are up there. So I'm currently relocating my base at the moment. I'm just flipping some tiles and stuff up here until my base is ready. And we're going to be getting into some more battles and attacking and stuff like that. So yeah, we'll be back soon with some PvP action. Rightio, so I thought we'll wrap up the video. I've carved quite far around here. We're going to be attacking this fortress. So we've got a defender here, so we've got a couple of defending, so I'm probably going to have to break through that, and hopefully I can reinforce and then go in for another attack. So we'll see how we go. Alright, so, I don't know, there could be multiple defending, so we're going to see what happens. We're sending the Isildur in right now. So yeah, we'll get to see a current battle with attack with all my level 45s and stuff. There might be only one army defending, there could be multiple. We'll soon find out in just a moment when we hit. Okay, so it went up to 5, interesting. Victory, okay, so it looks like, let's have a look. It looks like we got through a couple of armies. So we got through this first army, so 45s, we absolutely destroyed that. The second one looked pretty strong, Lucario. Okay, so I was already damaged, and we still were able to beat this one. 48, 47, 40, and 48, so really strong there, level 48s and stuff. And 2 of my commanders did die and stuff like that as well. So, quite a very nice battle there. And then I think then we just finished off by beating the defenders and stuff like that. I could reinforce and re-attack, but my commanders do have enough HP to battle. Oh, it is going to heal my commanders as well, actually. I do have the potion. So in 3 minutes, we should be able to go attack this tile, then hit the 21 armies and see how we go. But yeah, that Lucario guy was actually quite strong. I want to have a look at the breakdown of that. Notice that 2 of my commanders did die early. Dain did some insane damage of 176,000 damage there, guys. Probably because these guys died earlier. So he just overtook and started doing some crazy amounts of damage. And I was like, in like, what, 1,400 damaged already. So yeah, that is a crazy report there, guys. 300,000 to my 215. Yeah, wow. So these guys both did die. So yeah, I'm going to restock and go back in, but that is a pretty awesome report there. I didn't show the gear as well. This guy has quite decent gear as well, so there's a full set of evasiveness there. With quite a fair bit of gold in that, so that's a pretty nice Sauron. His Undying's respect 10 with some decent gear. What respect was his Sauron? 13, so I'm definitely beating him. Lurtz 9 with half decent gear. And the Shadow respect 10. So yeah, I've beaten him there. But he had quite solid gear and out-leveled me quite decently there. So yeah, pretty solid battle. I think if I was full strength and all my commanders were full HP in that, would have did a little bit better. But yeah, Dain, insane. 176,000 damage. Really crazy. Rightio guys, so we're going to end it with a awesome report that we just did not long ago versus this guy called EJU-BU. So as you can see, I had all my level 45s. I had 2 tier 4s and 2 tier 3s. He also had 2 tier 4s and 2 tier 3s. All of his 4 commanders are max level 50. I'm only level 45, so take that in consideration. So yeah, but we had a huge battle here. And it's pretty awesome to see. I almost one-shotted him. My Dain kind of underperformed, so we're going to go look at the breakdowns and that. I think he does a lot better with March Wardens and that. But yeah, I took 200,000 damage to my 330,000 damage received to Sauron, so that's pretty crazy. We have a look at the allied things, so we did really good damage with the archers with 73,000. Dain did 86,000, it's a little bit less. And the troops didn't do a lot, so I think March Wardens are a better pick here for him. Beorn did really good with 90,000 damage. The Eagles, I'm kind of thinking about switching out the Eagles with him as well, because I'm getting kind of low, and I actually lost my Eagle camp. So we're probably going to find something else there. And then Gandalf the White did quite decent with a little bit of damage, 25,000, but good troop damage of 30,000 as well. We don't see any healing. I wish it showed a like damage reduction of how much damage reduction they did, but unfortunately it doesn't. You can see damage received and see how much damage was taken in that for each commander and stuff like that. But overall, this is a really good report, as you can see from the damages. Dain did underperform a bit, so I do need to try and maybe make a troop change with him. Just because I might have, maybe I could have versed the Nazgul or something and got a bad matchup there or something like that. We'll have to see. But yeah, we did really good. Against all level 50s, quite decent gear as well. All evasiveness on that Sauron there. We've got a full sharp blade set there on the Black Serpent. Full purple set with, what's that, thick armor, yeah, on Witch King, who has a really good follow-up. And then the Shadow, yeah, really good. Okay, yeah, pretty good set there. Almost has a full Warcry set like I have on my Gimli. So yeah, a really cool, huge PvP battle there to wrap up the video. Alright guys, we're going to wrap it up there. So until next time, peace out, EJ's out, and I'll catch you guys later. See yous. EJU army, yeah, you guys are legends to me, so let's keep up.